10:29 and 10:53 a.m. Talk Sport.
Now, 21 minutes before 8 o'clock. It's not the Parky in here, by the way. Way back in 76. This is another Parkinson. Noel Parkinson came to Ipswich Town with me when we were wee lads playing football, and I've always thought, always try to track down where the players have all gone after football, because obviously you have a squad of, 20 apprentices, and if you're lucky if one or two make it. We were quite fortunate with a few. Noel made it professional, but then went his way. He joins us now. Noel, very good morning to you.
Morning, Alan.
Noel, you were at Hull. I remember you used to say, where are you from? Hull.
That's correct.
Up in Hull, and you went back home, didn't you? You went to Mansfield first when you left Ipswich, yeah?
I did, and then on to a couple of other lower league clubs. Finished at Colchester with Cyril Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Dick's first team coach. And then got injured, tried to get fit, went home, and suddenly football was no longer, so I had to start working for a living.
It's like leaving school, isn't it? It's just like leaving school. Whatever age you do, whether you obviously had a successful career in sport, but it's such an interesting time where when people grow out the game, it's like leaving school. It's tough.
It's interesting, Ronnie, today we're reading the back pages, the headlines, "Shut it, Sam." Oh, and don't tell me when to play now. All of a sudden, when we got injured, we used to see a local doctor, didn't we?
Absolutely.
I don't know if you were one of the ones that had a cartilage from Mr. Pym and stuff like that. There was about 9 of us had cartilages, and there was none of us flying off to Munich like Ronnie does, old Vernon there. A bit of a cold. Where can I head to? I'll head to Vienna and all. Oh, yeah.
Rubbish.
We had local surgeons and stuff, but the problem was a lot of us are struggling now.
Proper scars as well.
Yeah, you finish, you come in with what? You shuffling in there, you got a dodgy pelvis?
Yeah, that was what finished it all off. Pelvis went, and they just said I couldn't handle the rigours of training and playing twice a week anymore. So stopped, and as I've said, the world of commerce beckoned, because with a young family, you've got to go and put some food on the table.
Not coaching? Yeah. Did you try to get involved in coaching?
Well, I think what happened was I just lost touch with the game, and it's a critical period when you first finish to then sort of picking it up again.
What age were you?
26.
Yeah.
And, not really fully mature in terms of your contacts in the game. So I ended up, as I say, started working and then just moved on from there.
Tell us. I'm sorry, go on, Ronnie.
No, I was just saying, I saw a show in America.
You going to say, didn't you fancy a bit of Munich or Vail, Colorado?
No, but I saw a show in America about NFL players who, when they first sign millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars contracts, and on their first day they go in, they sit down and they say to them, right, what do you want to do after the game?
Yeah.
I saw a big show on it. I think it was on some like Fox or something like that.
But see, in our day, Ronnie, we didn't have private insurance. Nowadays, everyone's got it, and it's great.
Yeah.
Whether you've got the worst insurance company, at least you've got cover personally.
Right.
In our day, we didn't have it.
Right.
So what happened then? So you got involved in what? Because you wouldn't have a trade, would you?
No, I didn't. And so I think, interestingly, like Ronnie's point there, if you remember, Al, what I did was I did my A-levels while I was an apprentice, which was really unusual back then. So I took the 3 and, I used to get a bit of stick from Charlie Woods and what have you for doing it, but battled my way through, and it left me with O-levels and A-levels. So at a point, I even contemplated going back to university. But then I thought, well...
That's got to be rare. That has got to be rare in football.
That's a long time to do, though, with a young family.
What sort of grades did you get? What were you...
Oh, I think O-level. My father's not around now, but a few A's, a couple of B's, and then at A-level I got an A, a B, an A and 2 B's in those days, when allegedly they were harder, so...
and what subjects are we ducking the issue?
No, we're not ducking the issue at all. Would you like to know my GCSEs or my A-levels? My A-levels were English literature, general studies, which is a bit of an easy one, and I also did French.
You were too clever for football.
French, there you go.
Too clever for football, isn't he?
And I can't speak a word of it now. It's gone completely.
Again, it's the Shakespeare. It's pointless.
It is.
No, so you're involved in what? You're involved in cars now.
Yeah, well,
tell me a bit about that.
Yeah,
it's not easy when you come out of football.
No, it isn't, and we've moved through a couple of things. But basically, we've got a really innovative website. It's called wewillbuyyourcar.com, and it does what it says on the tin. And it really was about challenging a couple of processes that are out there at the minute, difficult ones like part exchange or paying for your advertising. Site's free, works 24/7.
Who goes out and checks them? So if you sell a car through your website, wewillbuyyourcar.com, who has checked them for you?
Well, the good news is, I believe in the great British public, they tell the truth online. So we have very little variance between what people tell us and what actually the case is. We collect it from your home, pick it up, and wire the money straight into your account via a bank.
Yeah.
HSBC and the major banks.
You walk about with your little book. What's the book? Is it Glasses Guide?
Oh, we don't use that. That's just a guide. We give an offer, and the offer's the offer. No valuation. Click and do it in about 4 minutes. It's sold.
So what? Right? So why cars then? What got you into cars?
I don't know really. I think I went through capital equipment and then into cars. I don't know that much about them myself, but like everything, it's a bit like the football. Build a team, get a great team around you. Good strikers, good midfield players. You know, it works the same way.
So anywhere in the country? Anywhere in the country?
Anywhere on the mainland UK.
Right, very good.
Steve Gardner, remember Steve Gardner?
I do.
I
spoke to Stevie.
Did he not go into classic cars?
I think at one time he did, and I think now he's in golf courses.
Is he?
I think so, yeah.
Golf courses?
I think so, managing them or something. So I spoke to Stevie a couple of years ago.
Some of his cars used to go pop, 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 but I can't remember him playing golf.
That one going back to Barnsley used to do it regularly, put.
What about some of the other guys? Because Steve McCall coaching now.
That's right.
Ipswich Town, Brian Clew coaching.
Yeah, Dave Geddes, obviously. Dave did a great job with Robson up at Newcastle and currently working a lot for England. And Terry Venables and the guys there, so...
Any other guys that you come across? Because it's great. You lose track. Alan Jameson's in Australia, by the way.
Yeah, is he right? Pretty much after that, Ipswich, no. I mean, it's more my teams after that. I spoke to Alec Chamberlain, the Watford, ex-Watford keeper on Sunday. And
I tell you what we're going to break for the travel, Noel. Stay with us because I want to talk about a couple of managers that have been given the sack. Of course, Peter Taylor at Palace and Willie Donick up at Millwall, excuse me. But I want to talk about Hull City. We speak to the boss a lot on talkSport, and I think Hull have got a little chance, haven't they? They've got a little chance of staying up. We'll talk about Hull, your hometown, that take 7:45 on talkSport. Oh. Right, what about Hull City? Noel, do you get there much? Noel Parkinson here. I used to play at Ipswich with Noel. wewillbuyyourcar.com. Remember that web address. Do you get to see Hull much? Because Phil Brown, he's got a bit of experience up there. Nobby Horton's with him. That's
right, yeah. Yeah, we get to see him quite a bit, really. And, you know, Phil's come in. Settled, obviously, came with Phil Parkinson as number 2. Phil Parkinson moved on and, you know, he's made some changes this season. So they're really giving it a go, with a Kocher, Henrik Pedersen giving them some pace. So they're looking okay. There's, you know, results have been a bit in and out, really. They lost at Sheffield Wednesday when they could have done with getting a result.
Funny enough, the old East Coast at the moment struggling. Is it Norwich, Ipswich? You keep going up Lincoln, you go up further. You've got Grimsby, you've got Hull. Why is that?
Must be something in that North Sea air.
Do you reckon?
I don't know. I think it's affecting them. You know, some of these players come in and it takes a bit of adjusting. You know?
I'm saying Lincoln. Are they struggling? I shouldn't have said that without checking first. I've got a feeling they are. Oh, second from bottom, League 2, yeah. So it is the North Sea air. Cricket, and you tell me you were up in Glasgow lately, watching Celtic Milan?
Yeah, I went to Celtic Milan the other night, still trying to get as much footy in it, you know, as they say.
How much you miss football then? Because you're out of football now, you're in cars. How much you miss it?
I think over time it's got less, but, you know, I'll never ever lose it. I just don't think you can once you've been involved like we were, you know.
Your team Greys were great, weren't they? You know, the South East Counties League and all that.
Fantastic.
Up at Trows playing Norwich, Chadwell Heath, West Ham.
That's right.
All over Cheshunt, London Colney, brilliant one.
Yeah, and I think the thing was, I always remember one thing about Portman Road, the big blue gates, and I think they were really symbolic when Robson used to say to us, that Sir Bobby Robson, if you go out of those blue gates, that's a big wide world out there, son. And I think that's what came in, you know, stood us in good stead.
Looking back now, do you never perhaps wish you'd looked after your body a bit better and you might have made it?
Either that or not taking Sir Bobby Robson on at such a young age, one of the two, yeah.
Absolutely. Tell me, how difficult or how easy do you think it is for professional sportsmen? Obviously, football is your game, cricket was mine, to actually go into a trade after the game.
I think change is always tough for most people in life, Ronnie. But the thing for me is that at the top end, as in my day, but even more so now, the guys really, in a nice possible way, don't need to work when they've finished with the contracts they've got.
I know what you're saying, but
however,
what you've got to realise, I mean, don't forget, they don't have like a £2,000-3,000 holiday or $200-300. They go on holidays like 40-50 grand. They blow money as well as earn it.
Sure,
they do blow it.
That's a week's wages, mate.
Yeah.
Well, Al, they blow money. I've seen it. Listen, gambling.
That's like you blowing $5 grand on a holiday working here.
But eventually, when you're not earning 50, Alan, when you're not earning 50 grand a week and you're still in that type of lifestyle, a lot of them still have to go and work.
I'll take your point, right, but I think that's another difficult thing. I think in the lower league still, it's a tougher transition if you're maybe on 3 or 4 grand a week and then you've got to go and work because that's tough money to find in the world of commerce. However, I still think most footballers and most sportsmen, the characteristics you've got, you understand teamwork, you can interact with people. I think the main thing, though, is to play professional sport in whatever it is, you've got to be brave. And I think you need to really draw on that quality when you go and work in the world of commerce. Just be brave and believe.
Okay, so why should people come to your company, wewillbuyyourcar.com? Why should they do it? Your last chance to plug it. Go on, mate.
Well, I think, as I said, it's innovative, and it really is 4 or 5 minutes to actually sell your car. It's a free service, and as far as I'm concerned, that's what we set out to do, take an archaic process and try and bring it into the modern world.
And it's quite simple. Without seeing the car, you talk to them over there, online, you talk to them on the line, and you say, right, I think it's worth X amount. If they agree, that's it, done.
It's even simpler than that. You actually click, put your own details in, your own damage in, you click on the offer, and you've sold it. All we do is then just confirm what you've installed on the web.
Just gone through it here. It's quite an easy website too as well. Is it HSBC Instant Bank Transfer?
That's it. That's a critical thing, Ronnie, because what happens is lots of people worry about checks and fraud. With this, we don't drive the car away till you've rang your bank and they've said, yep, the money's in the bank.
Yep, got from all over the place.
Nice one.
Dave, London, Scotland, Glasgow, Driffield in Yorkshire.
Driffield?
Birmingham, Middlesex, all over the place. West Yorkshire.
That's it.
Yeah.
UK one
Dover,
is the patch.
A Saab in Dover. Frank in Glasgow. His was a Citroen C2, Al.
Well done, Frank.
Sally. London, a lot of Ford. Do you sell a lot of Fords?
I think that's another good point, Ronnie. It's a true retail model. Ford, as everyone knows, have the biggest penetration of vehicles in the country. So
Ronnie
we just matched that.
I've got a Mondeo, yeah.
When you're ready to offload, Ronnie.
An Essex boy drives a Mondeo. You know what it's like.
Right, brilliant. Listen, Noel, great to talk to you again. I wish you well. I really do.
Yeah,
wewillbuyyourcar.com. I wish you well in your new venture. Well done, pal.
Thank you, Alan.